a big part of reopening has been the question around schools. And that has generally been, when talked about, more about primary education, kindergarten through 12th grade. So since this is a college discussion, I wanted to ask you about colleges specifically, but also the issue that doesn't get talked about as much of childcare.
Yeah.
And how are you looking at, the colleges in Maryland that are looking to reopen and how they best can do it, what those impacts are? And then specifically with childcare, how are you looking at the role that plays as a real backbone in the economy, and making it possible for parents to go back to work?
Well, it's a great question, multi-part question. I'll tell you, with all of the tough decisions that we as governors have had to make, these are some of the hardest. On K through 12 education, we want to get kids back in the classroom, but only when we can do so in a safe way. And so our state has got a long, involved plan that it takes the best advice of the doctors, the scientists, and our local school boards to make those decisions. We give flexibility to the local jurisdictions. And with our universities, I just had the University of Maryland system. I just talked with them this afternoon, the president of the University of Maryland, College Park, about their plans, and they're going about it in a very careful way. They're going to try to do about 80% of their classes online. Some classes like lab work and music classes and things where you actually have to come in and you can't just do online. They're going to bring people back, but very safely. We just today announced that we're going to test every single student and faculty member on a regular basis all across all of our universities statewide. The state is going to assist the university system with that. On childcare, it's a critical issue, and it's one of the hardest ones to solve because people are trying to return to the workplace. In some cases, single parents or both parents working, and young kids, that it's even more difficult than schools. We want to keep these young kids safe and healthy. You can't get the little kids to keep masks or keep distanced. And so we've got child care centers open, but with fewer capacity. It's difficult for them to operate. We've opened state run and state funded through our school system, our state superintendent of schools, more daycare, and try to provide the support, but it's not an easy thing. And this is going to be one of the biggest challenges, is how do you protect kids and provide parents some opportunity while keeping those youngsters safe? And we haven't got all the answers yet. It's going to really still be a struggle as we try to get the economy back open. We're still encouraging telework for as many people as possible, but certain people, especially at the lower end of the socioeconomic chain, people have to show up for work. They can't just, work from home, and they've got young kids. In some cases, single parents that have to take care of them. We got to find a way to solve this problem, and it's not an easy one.
Yeah, Child Care Aware of America is saying that there can't be a recovery if there is no child care. And is there a role that you see where the federal government can help the state, your state and other states for that matter, not only stabilize the childcare sector, but also work with you as you're trying to reopen?
I think it would be a really good, important role for the federal government to play. Whether or not we can convince them to do that. I mean, right now we still have sort of divisiveness and dysfunction in Washington over this fourth stimulus package, which is very frustrating. Democrats and Republicans can't seem to agree, but I'm telling you, this is one of the things that states are really going to need the assistance of the federal government on, so we can help those folks, those people that really need to get some assistance with their daycare for their children.